If A, B, and C down the street ain't doing that and you want to go do it and they ain't trying to have it, it doesn't matter. What's up, everybody? I am Key Loves God. Welcome back to my channel where I help uplift, encourage, and inspire others on how to be the best versions of themselves. If you guys are new to my channel, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified every time I post another video. So you guys, I am so excited because this is a video I've been wanting to make for a really long time. I just have not gotten around to it, and it is blue jays. Their meaning, what's the spiritual meaning of blue jays, and what does it mean when we see them come into our lives? What does a blue jay mean when one is in our dreams, when we see one flies past us, or we're just chilling and then we just so happen to see blue feather winged bird fly by? Well, today I'm going to cover that video, and this is about to get really, really good because if you're seeing a blue jay in your life, that means something awesome is about to happen for you. I want to start off with a scripture. I really like to start off with that because I feel like God He's used birds so many times throughout the Bible and throughout Scripture. And the scripture we're going to start off with is Isaiah 31:5. Like birds hovering overhead, so the Lord of hosts will protect Jerusalem. He will protect and deliver it. He will spare and rescue it. So I really like this verse because it just goes to show you just how I love the parables of birds, and how the Lord protects us is the same way that a mother bird will protect over her baby birds and over the eggs. God does the same thing. He covers us with his feathers and he shelters us with his wings. And I just love the fact that he sends messages to us through birds and so many other things. But I've been seeing a lot of blue jays lately, which is why I wanted to really make this video. And so one of the most important things I wanted to share about blue jays, you guys, is that, just to give you some quick facts, blue jays they're very loud, and they don't really communicate, which is weird, but they do. Like, they're great at communicating. And if you are basically seeing one, then it's really telling you to be more of yourself. So just think about it. If the color blue represents the throat chakra, and a blue jay is a bird that communicates but doesn't really like to, that should tell us right there that if we're having trouble in our lives speaking up for ourselves, or say if you're not being treated fairly at the workplace and you just you want to keep the peace and you don't want to ruffle any feathers, so you don't really speak up. And if you all of a sudden see a blue jay, that could be a sign to you that you need to be true to yourself. You need to speak up more. And same thing for like relationships with people. If you're somebody who is always biting your tongue because you're like, I want to say this, you're so lucky, I really want to go in on you right now, but I'm not even about to do that. So I'm gonna give you some grace right now. Like, for yourself. Be yourself. Don't try to, shrink yourself to fit into what other people think that you are. Blue jays can mimic the speech of humans. So like if I'm talking and one is around me, it can literally sound like me, and that's kind of creepy, but it goes to show you how amazing God's creatures are and everything that he created. If you guys pay attention to the color of blue jays and the color of their wings, they're blue and white, right? And think about the sky. When you look at the sky, it's very blue and the clouds are white. That symbolizes clear vision and purity. So if you're seeing a blue jay, it could very well be telling you that whatever plans you have in motion, that you are going to have clear vision and you're going to have the courage to move forward in, making those plans come into fruition. And you will have the vision that it is that you've been looking for and that you're trying to get. So another thing, it goes into my next point, which is also if you've been kind of afraid, so you think you're going to fail with something and you're not for sure how this may pan out, then you all of a sudden see a blue jay, it could be telling you that, like, you should not have any fear right now. This is the perfect time you're going to have the vision, and you're also going to have the courage to go forward and make those plans and those goals happen. Again, like I was pretty much saying in my notes, I pretty much said this, but I don't want to miss anything that I have put on here. Blue jays are very clever and quite noisy, and a sighting of this bird is a reminder that you should be yourself and not to compromise your values to conform to what others think of you. At the same time, be courageous enough to stand up for what is right. They're very loud, and they symbolize the ability to speak exactly what's on your mind, and you don't need to be quiet in order to be accepted. If they're attacked, like these birds are, very defensive, and so if you're seeing one, like when they're attacked, what they like to do is they like to fight back fierce and forcefully. So it kind of reminds me of David and Goliath. Like all he had was a slingshot and a rock, and he took out this big giant. And the same thing goes for us as believers and as people, of the Most High God. If you're seeing one and you're in a point in time in your life to where you feel like you're kind of being attacked in some type of way, then it's giving you the courage and it's reminding you what power you have inside, what you possess inside of you, that even though you feel like that you're this small thing and you're being attacked by something much bigger than you, like you're in the midst of a storm or you're coming against a major obstacle that you don't really see the way out, it's letting you know that you are basically what's in you is much bigger, and that is the moving force that's going to push you forward without any fear, and that way you can move fearlessly in the future. Just to sum it up, if you guys are seeing one, then it should also tell you that, like I said, clear vision, you should be determined, fearless, and you should be honest and have clarity, like I said, 2020 vision. And so at the very bottom of my notes, I put the Blue Jays, the symbol of the Blue Jay stands for curiosity, communication, and intelligence. That basically means that Blue Jay people are wise and determined individuals. But it also represents fearlessness and protection. So no matter what you're going through, if you feel like that you're afraid and you're scared to push some type of plan forward because you don't necessarily have the vision yet, and you're like, I'm putting one foot in front of the other, but this is a risky idea over here. Not for sure if I should date this person. Like, they seem like they would be the perfect person to me, but I'm waiting to see if they're really going to show themselves. I don't know if this career is the right one. I don't know if we should move across the state or across the country just yet. And you're in fear, and you're seeing these Blue Jays, or if you see one in your dream all of a sudden, then that is a big indicator, you guys, pretty much with everything that I said, that you will have clarity on this situation, and you need to move forward without any fearlessness, that you need to speak up for whatever it is that you've been holding in for a while and you kind of haven't had the courage to say. You need to move forward assertively to let your voice be heard, and to also remember not to conform to what other people's ideas or their expectations are of you. If you want to do something, then you go do it. Be yourself. Don't worry about if A, B, and C down the street ain't doing that and you want to go do it and they ain't trying to have it. It doesn't matter. This is your life. You need to go do what it is that you want to do. Yeah, that kind of goes hand in hand with the throat chakra, with speaking up. Because it's like, for some reason, like, people just don't feel like, some people are too outspoken, and then some people are really quiet and they don't really want to ruffle feathers, and that's kind of me a little bit. And I've been seeing a lot of Blue Jays lately, you guys. But when I see it, it lets me know like what I feel when I first see it. And this really, I can't tell you guys what it means for each individual person, because it varies. Like, everybody's on their own spiritual journey. So for one person it can mean clear vision, and for the next person it could mean protection. Now what I feel when I see one and when it's around me is I just feel at peace, and I feel like that it is a reminder to me that I will have clear vision and that I'm around people that I love. Like, I just feel joy, and I'm talking, we're sharing deep conversations around this time, or I'm having a really good conversation, and then all of a sudden I'll see a Blue Jay. So to me, that definitely does mean a communication, and like, yeah, like, you're doing what it is that you're supposed to do. Thank you for speaking this out. And I mean, that pretty much sums it up, you guys. If you made it this far, go ahead and put some prayer hands in the comment section, or drop some Blue Jays down there if you guys can find them in the emoji. But I want to also remind you guys that God loves each and every one of us, and He communicates into all of us in different ways. And to each person, it may be different. And if you've really been praying and you've really been seeking God and you've really been going within and tuning into yourself a little bit more, and you're just like, why isn't God answering me? Why isn't He talking to me back? Make sure that you get out in nature, because not only does it help decrease anxiety and gives you more clarity and peace, but God speaks to us a lot through nature. Doesn't mean to make these things an idol, or doesn't mean to go into divination and then, exalting these things above God, but it does mean that He sends different birds to us in order to communicate to us through the spiritual realm. And whatever you feel after watching this video, knowing what you know, knowledge is power. So now that you have this knowledge, when you see one, tell me what comes to your mind when you see it. Are you guys seeing blue jays too? Comment down below, because I want to know. And if you guys didn't know anything and I told you something interesting, then comment what it is that was interesting down below. And make sure that you guys follow me on Instagram at KeyLovesGod. Write in the comments, right under my pictures, like, hey, Key Loves God, I'm coming from your channel, love you so much, love your stuff, comment on my pictures, let me know where you came from. I will follow you guys back and, show you guys love as well. But I don't know if you guys are there, if you guys are just hitting up my DM. It's not really the same as commenting under my picture. So I would really appreciate if you guys did that. Make sure you check out my other videos, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in another video.